Hi, everybody. We have good news to share. We're going to do an interview series. Hi, I'm Cheryl Whitman, Beautiful Forever CEO, and I have questions for Viveka von Rosen, the LinkedIn expert of all times. That's you. And I think we've known each other for like 15 years.
Yeah,
so
long
my
time.
clients, Viveka, are med spa owners. And by looking at some of the statistics with you, which we'll go over when we do our actual webinar, med spa owners, aesthetic, wellness, anti-aging, estheticians, nurses, doctors, on and on. And I notice that they're not on LinkedIn because as soon as I get a call or I'm doing a consult, I go to LinkedIn and I look somebody up. If I don't find them, of course, I go to Facebook. But I think it's important that they need to know why they should be on LinkedIn and how important it is. What are they looking for? They're looking to get new clients. They're looking to get new patients through the door. And we're looking for high-end ones. People have money to spend. So tell me, what's different on LinkedIn and Facebook? And why should they be on LinkedIn?
Right. No, that's a great question. And to your point, when you get a new client, you look them up on Google or on LinkedIn, and on LinkedIn, they might not show up. And the problem is, or it's actually a benefit if you are on LinkedIn, Google and LinkedIn have a weird little relationship. And a lot of times if people are searching for a med spa name, a particular doctor, or even a practice or a product, a lot of times a LinkedIn link will show up. And if people click through and you're not being represented, or you're being represented badly, it could actually cost you business. So that's number one, is just creating a strong brand can help to build your business and keep it from costing you business, actually. So that's number one. Number two, you said it, your audience as a med spa owner, aesthetics medical practice, doctor office, an esthetician, if you do laser or injectables, your audience is absolutely on LinkedIn. And so you want to make sure that you're on there sharing your content, not in a salesy way, but in a way that's positioning you as an expert. And the fact is, your competition's on LinkedIn, and we'll talk more about how many people are on LinkedIn in your industry when we do our event, which we'll talk about in just a second. But those are the reasons. Like, you have to have a good brand. You need to make sure that you're there, especially if your competition is. But most importantly, you want to position yourself as the expert in the field, which might even attract, patients and consumers to you. So let me ask you, Cheryl, have you ever won any business on LinkedIn?
Yes, we have. Over the years and years, I don't know how many years, I have gotten a lot of inquiries, a lot of questions. I do post some articles. I do post some information. Am I great about it? Probably not as good as I could be, but after this webinar, I will be better, and I'll be more in tune to LinkedIn. And then recently, interesting, somebody from Care Credit, and I've been a consultant on and off for 20 years with them, said, "Oh, I know you live in South Florida because I saw you on LinkedIn." So that was really interesting, and that just happened this week. So, I mean, it's a social media outlet that we need to really open up to the aesthetic industry and have them understand how many millions of people are on and how much they are missing out by not being on.
Absolutely. We tend to work in the B2B sales world, but I will say my very favorite client of all time was a business to consumer. So B2C instead of B2B. And what I loved about working with them is they had much shorter lead times. They saw results like right away. Sometimes the lead time on a big B2B, corporate company is like 6 to 9 months. But our B2C company actually was seeing results within like days of implementing some of the strategies that we teach. And also they had exponentially higher sales ratios. So yes, there is definitely a place for your med spa practice, your aesthetic medical practice, your products, your services, your laser practice, your injectables, whatever it is that you do in that space, your audience is there.
Which is great. So knowing all of this, and you know it all, that what would be the next steps that we take? And so I guess that's when we came up with the idea, let Viveka and I host a LinkedIn happy hour. And I think that would be a lot of fun. a lot of information. People need good news, good projects to work on. And I think this is perfect for that.
Yeah, it's so generous of you and Beautiful Forever University to sponsor this event. So we're going to be doing 2 happy hours on Friday, April 24th at 5 p.m. ET, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right.
We'll be chatting about the basics of LinkedIn branding and what you can do with your profile and your company page to look as good as possible, to what I spoke about earlier. And then on May 1st, still at 5 p.m., we're going to do a more advanced happy hour where I'm going to share a few more advanced techniques for finding, engaging, and connecting with your best customers and potential patients on LinkedIn. So anything that you want to say before we wrap this up, Cheryl?
No, I'm very excited and I hope everybody will join us. And it is a free educational platform. And we're happy to give people projects to work on now that they're home and working. And we don't know how long we will be doing this, but I think at the moment, this can be a great project. And I look forward to learning more myself.
Absolutely. And if you want to sign up, the link will be in the comments above.